Today, another day of studio construction. As you know, yesterday started building the speakers onto the wall. We couldn't finish because material was missing. I got it now right here and it's a little wet. I honestly absolutely don't know why, because it didn't rain for the past 2 days. I mean, yes, they're stored outside in the store, but I don't know why they're wet. So I'm leaving them here to just dry a little and continue upstairs in the A studio with some adjustments. So yesterday we did the cutout, doubled it, so it's extra thick. The main goal is to create something same wood as the speaker and basically build a wall that extends the body of the speaker. The principle behind it is pretty simple. The high frequencies of a speaker are usually quite directional. They're facing forward and they don't go through the wood and then like the back wall of the speaker again. But the lower frequencies, they're basically omnidirectional. They're going from the woofer into all directions. And by building the speaker into the wall and making sure that left, right, and behind it, there's a lot of absorbing material, a lot of thick material that makes sure the bass doesn't go into all directions. You just get a cleaner sound and less of the bass reflections of the back wall behind the speaker, like the actual wall of this room. But yeah, to continue, I need to adjust a couple of things. There are like small things that went wrong yesterday. So yeah, you'll see.
We covered every corner, we went beyond the borders. Yeah, we did everything we thought was right. By now it should be over, but we never got.
Tower 1, all done. Tower 2, also all done. Every one of these, 25 kilograms. Then 4 of these on that level. Also each 5 kilograms, then again 25. And then the speakers, roughly around about 50. Getting this on there all by myself. Whew. I can't even reach around them. It's so insane. Okay, come on. I forgot something. They're like very, very specialized rubber pads underneath. And they stick. They're extremely, extremely sticky. You see, I can't even lift the speaker because it's glued to the stand basically. Ah! Oh god. Okay, one. These right here. Another one. Disgusting. Now it should be a lot easier. I mean, still heavy, but possible. Oy, oy, oy. Right here, it's a little, like really just like a tiny bit too narrow. So speaker out again, getting rid of that little edge and then in again. Speaker perfectly fits in. There's a little gap on top, but don't worry, this will be filled. Also on the other side, there's like a little gap on top, will be filled, but everything is as it should be, perfect. Right here, nothing is shaking, rock solid. Same for the wall, rock solid. I also already moved the table back into the position, sweet spot position, and we'll actually do the first listening test. It's a little pointless because the advantages of building speakers into the wall only like are in full effect if you close the back wall off. That's something I still have to do probably in the next coming days, but I still want to test how it behaves and also measure how it sounds like with those huge walls around. We basically extended the front of the speaker to reduce or eliminate speaker boundary array interference or whatever it is called. Like it's a little dip that you usually have. And behind the speaker, everything will be a bass trap, basically. Really thick, almost a meter thick of absorbing material, so that we got the best possible acoustically treated room on a small, or actually like by now it's a medium budget, but all DIY so far. listening session was amazing. Again, not really scientific, but if I had to try and describe how it differs in sound, I'd say almost not at all, like a tiny bit. I'd say the bass is a little more under control. But the only way to actually know it is to measure it. I got the measurement mic right here. I'll run a couple of tests and then show you the results. Again, it shouldn't be too much of a difference. It's also not finished. Like the full effect of it can't happen right now. But I also covered everything a little. Ooh, what kind of bird is that? That one is huge. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I also put like some of the absorbing material around the speaker to simulate what it could sound like later on when everything right here is entirely filled out. Measuring. That's the only way to know. Very flat. This is without smoothing. And like the big problem that I had here at 30 Hertz, it's still there, but it's less. This right here is the old measurement. The new, the old. Yeah, it improved. Ignore everything at the top part. It's just like a measurement mistake, and there's like one little gap in here, and I think it's the monitor. It blocks the sound, it blocks the view. I can even hear with my ear, depending how and where I sit, that it's blocking a little some frequencies, more in the mid and upper frequency range. So I think I'll remove it and measure again. I don't know about you, but not having it there kind of gives me more view, more distance, and a clear look onto the speakers. I think I actually prefer it. I might then have to put there something, like a huge monitor in between that gap. Make it really big so that, like, although it's far away, it is big enough to actually work with it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Also, one thing I still have to figure out is like the color for these walls. I'm right now thinking going extra shiny, using something similar to that aluminum foil, because it matches the legs of the tables, and I don't know, I think it looks epic. Like, make it mirror everything, but not like 100% a mirror. That's kind of creepy if you see yourself the entire day, but like very reflective. Maybe something that is a little darker, more black. Maybe something that goes more into this kind of direction. Not sure. I'll have to do a little research, but definitely no color, since it can give the entire room color. So I want to keep it neutral, but not boring. White would be too boring, black too boring. So yeah, let's maybe try a little. I mean, it's just like a rough test, but I think if you imagine all of it, maybe a bit darker, I think it could actually work and be interesting, but not too distracting. Let's test it with the lights. I actually like it. Getting there, like the room acoustic part is 95% done, just like behind the speakers and the ceiling, of course, and then the rest is just covering and making it look nice. You're invited to follow along. I will just now sit here, test, measure for, oh wait, I forgot to measure without the display. You can definitely see that little bump, it's gone. And I also love like the free view, because right now outside the sun is slowly setting. It just looks amazing. By the way, tomorrow Leonard is back again here helping me, and he has never actually listened to these speakers in this room, so I can't wait to play him some music, see his reaction, all of that coming up tomorrow.
We're lost in